So we're recording now. So we're carrying on looking at the sort of percentage multipliers. Now, I think before you have a go at today's number 91, if you haven't done 89 yet, so I think that's Guy, Layla and Tess, you really do need to go and do 89 first, because you're really going to struggle with 91 if you haven't got 89 under your belt. So the rest of you have all done well on 89, so that's so you're fine. And then after you've done 89, I think you also really need to have done 90 before you try this. So that's Guy, Layla, Tess and Josh, I think. So if those people, so you guys, I'd rather you went back and spent this time today getting 89 done and then maybe 90, and then perhaps leaving this 91 for another day. Fliss, you mentioned how it's really annoying that it's not recognising your excellent 88% on number 90. I'm not sure why that's the case. I've gone and put 88% down on Teams, but you might want to at some point go back and try and get another high score just so it's recognised. Okay, so talking you through this one. Okay, repeated percentage multipliers. So I'm just going to go and model the various types of question. So, question 1. What single decimal multiplier is used to increase by 1% followed by a 1%? So for this, you've just got to say, right, how would I increase by 1%? Okay, and to 1%, remember, so just increase by 1%. So you do 100%, add 1% to give you 101%, and therefore your multiplier was 1.01. So basically, we're saying to increase by 1%, your multiplier is 1.01, and then followed by another 1% increase, that would be another 1.01. And you simply just multiply those together. So get your calculator out, do 1.01 times 1.01, and you get 1.0201. And that's all you have to do for the first few questions, okay? That is where it's asking for a single decimal multiplier. That is what that is. That is a single decimal multiplier. So that's where we've got an increase by 1% and then another 1% increase. Now, question 2, okay, we've got a decrease by 7%. Now, I want to speed things up a bit. You need to be able to realise that's going to be a multiplier of 0.93. And then that's followed by a 20% decrease. And you need to know why that would be 0.8. That's why it's important you go and get number 89 done first. Okay, so a 7% decrease and a 20% decrease. You then multiply those together. Hang on, I'm just going to shut the door. Sorry, my wife's on the phone. It's getting a bit noisy. So a 7% decrease and a 20% decrease. So get your calculator out, multiply those together, and you get 0.744. And again, that is a single decimal multiplier. Your work is done. Now, again, question 4 is exactly the same idea. Single decimal multiplier, 3% decrease. So that's 0.97, and then 6% increase will be 1.06, and then just simply multiply those together. 0.97 times 1.06, we get 1.0282. Okay, so really, if you've done well on number 89, those questions up to there should be a doddle, because you're just working each of them out and then just timesing them together. Now, yes, so notice how we've gone from a single decimal multiplier, question 4. Question 5, they're now asking for the single percentage change. So they're asking for something different. Now, the process starts off the same way. A 12% increase will be 1.12. A 13% increase will be 1.13, and you get your calculator out and you multiply those two together. And we get 1.2656. Now, please pay attention at this point. If they're asking for the single decimal multiplier, your answer would be 1.2656. But they're not. They're asking for the percentage change. Now, remember, if you've got a 5% percentage change, your multiplier is 1.05. If you've got a 12% percentage change, your multiplier is 1.12. So we've just got to go in the other direction. We've got to go from the multiplier to the percentage change. So we've got to get our percentage change out of that bit there. So our percentage change is 26.56. Okay, so be careful. Question 5 and question 6, I think, single percentage change, you're focusing on the bit after the decimal points. Okay. And same for question 6, single percentage change. So we've got 11% decrease. That's fine. That's 0.89. And we've got a 13% decrease. That's 0.87. Okay. So 0.89 times 0.87 gives us 0.7743. Okay, so the single percentage change, what is the percentage decrease? We're trying to find percentage decrease. Now we've got to focus on that bit there. Okay, now that's the bit we're left with. That's the bit we're left with. Okay, that is the amount that is left. That's the percentage that is left. We're left with 77.43%. So how much is the percentage decreased? Well, it's gone from 100% down to 77.43%. So the percentage change, the single percentage change, okay, it's gone down by 100, take away 77.43, okay, which is a 22.57 percentage decrease. So that's difficult. That question 6 is difficult. They're asking for the percentage decrease. So we've worked out the multiplier, 0.7743, okay? That's given us a 77.43% is what we're left with. So how much is it decreased by? 100 take away a 77.43 is a 22.57% percentage decrease. Now that's tricky, okay? Now, questions 7 and 8 are both like this. So at least we've got some bits to help us. So let's work through this. Single percentage change. So we've got a 17% decrease. That's 0.83. Then a 9% increase. That is 1.09. Multiply those together. 0.83 times 1.09 is 0.9047. Now that is giving us that percentage multiplier, okay, that decimal multiplier is giving us a percentage of 90.47, okay. Now be careful, the temptation is to go for answer D, but what we're saying is the price has gone from 100 down to 90.47. So how much is it decreased? So you need to do 100, take away 90.47 to give you an answer of 9.53. Okay, so it's gone downwards, so it's a percentage decrease. So it is answer A, it is 9.53 percentage decrease. Now, I'm not expecting any of you, or hardly any of you, to get this completely right, okay? But I am hoping that you'll be fine for like questions 1 and question 2 and all the one and 3 and 4. So I think the first 4 should be absolutely fine if you were okay with Hegarty task. You're just simply popping in each of the multipliers, the percentage multipliers, and timesing them together. So it should be possible to get 4 out of 8, which is 50%, fairly straightforwardly, I think. I admit that questions 5, 6, 7, and 8 are a bit trickier. But I didn't want to just leave those out because some of you are doing jolly well at the moment, and I want to push you and give you some of the harder stuff, okay? But if you can only get 50% and get the first 4 right, that is fine. Okay, guys, so I'd like to go and leave you to do Hegarty number 91 now, please. So good luck.